I want to talk about the idea of Inception. Inception was a movie that came out a few years ago with Leonardo DiCaprio, and everyone thought was like puzzling and mind-boggling, and I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. I think it maybe should have won Movie of the Year over King's Speech. King's Speech was good. I don't know. It's close. I'll give them that. Whenever people mention any kind of like paradox of like something within something, they always say, "Oh, Inception," which isn't what Inception is. Inception is the act of taking an idea and putting it into someone's mind, into their subconscious, so that they don't recognize that it was put there by someone else, and then have it grow logically to an idea and conclusion that would result in an action. And in the movie, they do this for money. They incept an idea into someone and get paid for it. However, this kind of idea works in real life. There's a good quote in Lost where the character Sawyer mentioned that as a con man, he wasn't trying to convince people to do things. He was convincing them to make them think it was their idea. I think that Inception and Sawyer both had it right. People are more likely to be adamant and defend something that they came to the conclusion to by themselves. The reason I brought this up at all is because of education. Last year I had a math teacher who taught more, whether he consciously chose to be this way or not, he taught more Inception-like. He would give us a problem on the board and essentially just tell us to solve it, and ask us how to do it, what we think we might do, and that was it. And I found this challenging, interesting, exciting, whatever you want to put on it. But shit, it was more interesting. Trying to figure it out yourself, sometimes you could, sometimes you couldn't, that's fine, and he'd help you along the way or give you the right answer. And a lot of people didn't like him because he was kind of sarcastic about it and would like kind of taunt people. But depending on the personality type you are, I guess, you might just kind of take that as a joke and then continue trying. You might take that as a joke and then just not give a fuck and don't really care. Or then some people would take it as offensive that they couldn't do it and not want to try. And I want to just say now, I don't think any type of one-size-fits-all education is right. This is just me personally. I thought that was an excellent way of doing things. This year I have a teacher who I know a lot of people respect, so don't think I'm at all claiming that my way is the only way and that everyone else is wrong. She gives a lot of notes. It's huge packets on how to do everything, every step of the way, expecting people to like write it down. And that's fine. That works for some people. That's great. But I sometimes just get bored out of my mind in that class. For a while, I would draw on calculators. I don't know if you've ever had a graphing calculator that you can draw on. Oh my god. I'd just sit there and draw like circles within circles and intricate squares and lines. It was some pretty cool stuff. But anyway, that kind of teaching is more like advertising on TV or the internet or other things like that you see every day. It's telling you what it is, how to do it, this is where you get it, buy, go. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I like the more Inception and kind of do-it-yourself kind of attitude about things. Because I know when I figure out how to do a math problem by myself, that sticks in my mind. The fact that I did that, I got that done, that will stick in my mind for a long time. If someone tells me how to do something and I do it, yeah, I can do it. I did it right then. But repeating the process at that point would only just be kind of like a factory worker doing something again and again and again. And I think my way, once again, I accept I could be wrong, other people do things their way, that's fine. My way has helped me through things like math and physics that a lot of people find difficult. Finding the inner workings of things allows you to apply it in any way possible. My physics teacher talks about deep structure and surface structure. Deep structure connects things like centripetal force with a car doing donuts and planets revolving around the sun. Obviously, a planet and a star are hugely different than a car driving in a circle, but they have the same deep structure. And that's what I feel like a lot of the world today just focuses on the surface structure and gets things done and gets by. And I know that I am in no position to condemn people for just getting by, because I'm not perfect. And so that's what I want to say. I know, Jason, you're watching this. I don't know, according to our video stats, about 10 other people are. If you are, how do you learn better? Do you learn when you figure it out yourself, or will you learn when you're taught it and told it? And I know this is really only applicable to math-type things. You can't really incept the idea of United States history. It just doesn't work that way. And maybe that's why I don't do so well in history. But anyway, I'm curious to your thoughts. I think it's a flaw in the education system. There should be more people like that. But then if everyone was like that, it would screw over the people that weren't like me. And that's just not fair. So, thoughts, opinions down below. Jason, I'll see you when you put up another video. And I know that I am in no position to condemn people for just getting by, because I am fucking... I'm not perfect at all.